Welcome to Spoiler Corner. Holy shit, Darth Maul just sewed himself right back up. What the hell?
My absolute favorite was you just turned to me and it's just like, but how did he was split in half? And I just turned to you and I was like, well, he got better. But that was the moment where like people were like, whoa! Yeah! Wait.
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah!
Huh? Yay! I like Darth Maul! I don't know how, but I like Darth Maul.
It's either one of two things, because I waited to the credits. I was just like, wait, let me see. It said Ray Park as Maul, so... Okay, that's
I'm his twin brother,
Yeah.
Darth Maul.
It's either one hell of an exact doppelganger, son or something like that, or they're just gonna be like, well, he's an alien, that can't kill him, he just grabbed his legs and put him back up. You don't know what the hell these Maul people can do.
But the lightsabers, when you slice them, it cauterizes them instantly, so the top part of him could totally still be there. He would not bleed out, and he's got like robotic legs or something.
1,000, yeah, that'd be amazing. No, what would have been hilarious is you see Darth Maul, but it's only from the waist up, and it cuts to the room, and he's just on the floor. It's just like this torso.
Go like this everywhere.
Oh, god damn it.
The other,
Or he's like in some floating thing like Yoda had, like...
Something else I really liked is that... So Woody Harrelson... So, Han shoots Woody Harrelson in the middle of one of his speeches, and
God.
Rob goes, Han shot first, haha, and just all around the theater, every person thought they were the Han shot first, 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 and then like 4 minutes later, my dad leans over and is like, Han shot first.
I love you, Dad, but...
I was just like, literally the whole theater said that 5 minutes ago.
Well, my favorite was you were just like, I could just hear you sitting there seething, Rob, thinking, thanks, guys. I didn't notice. No, and I was being sarcastic, because, like, he shoots him right after, like, Han shot first, because I was just like, it's lame. Like, it's like you could tell what they were trying to do with that, like, haha, like, look what we did.
I was just waiting for him to goddamn say the line.
Everybody,
I'm glad they did.
Yeah, but everybody, like, afterwards, like, he shot first? Did you see that? He shot first? Yeah, he shot first. I'm just like, good God, guys, you're really falling for this?
Okay, so the reason that he wants to go back to the planet is to, find his girlfriend, and she just shows up, is told a million times.
And, like, literally right there, it's like, hi, and then they have a brief conversation, and it's just like, oh, like, she's attached to him, like, she's done things now, because she's part of the syndicate. I'm like, traitor. She's gonna betray Han.
Yeah, no,
like,
and
right
Woody
there,
Harrelson
like,
constantly saying over and over, you see, playing the chess game, you always gotta be a couple steps ahead of the other person.
I like to think he's doing his drunken character from Hunger Games. I just want to see him with like a bottle of whiskey and everything.
Yeah, so he's gonna be the traitor too.
And they keep trying to pull like a red herring, like, no, she stabbed the other guy, therefore she's not traitor. And I'm like, no, still traitor. And then she's like, I'll be right behind you. You go ahead. I'm like, traitor, like, get on with it, traitor, yeah, make your phone call.
And then there's Darth Maul, and everyone goes, what?
What? And that distracted me from the fact that this was really predictable, because I'll say this, I didn't see that one coming.
No.
Maybe the only surprise in the freaking movie.
And they did not, even when he sees her, it's just like, oh, you're here, cool, so, good to see you again, yeah, and I'm feeling like, 3 years you've been trying, your whole life's been dedicated to seeing this person.
Well, they have no
just
chemistry.
be like, what happened? Where were you with it? No, he's just acting cool. He's acting like, yeah. And I feel
I'm
like,
acting cool.
Man, you weren't acting like that when she was being taken away. You're like, I'll come back. Like, it was a big,
and
big
she's
thing.
just like, hey, how's it going? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like so
Yeah,
weird.
okay,
Like,
neat.
not, what the hell are you doing here? Like, in the middle of the freaking crime syndicate. And I was like, oh, hey, hon. How are you? Like, it's just,
it caught me off guard, I'll give it that, but it's like, just from there on, it's like, well, okay, then he has no reason to kind of be doing anything.
And then just, like, every single death is so cataloged, like, 1,000 pages before it's gonna have, like, literally, if you are a pilot in this movie, you are a red shirt on Star Trek. Like
it's just to get you out of that seat so Solo can
it's
get there.
just literally killing everybody off just to get Han in that fucking pilot seat. It's like fucking Jon Favreau monkey alien. I'm like, the second he showed up, I'm like, oh, I'm the pilot. I'm like, dead.
Yeah.
And then the second's like, this is L3. She's my navigator co-pilot. I'm like, dead. Because we know that you can't kill Lando. And I'm like, dead. So it's just like every single person that like died in this is just like somehow, and the second what's her face is fawning all over Beckett's like, oh yeah, everybody needs somebody like even an old time criminal like you. I'm like, she's dead. Like just
Yeah.
I just
So yeah, a lot of people not surprisingly die in this. Like, okay, yeah, Woody Harrelson's girlfriend or wife or whatever, who I did not think was a very good actress, by the way. You know, when she goes out, like I said, literally goes up. You know, again, just not a big deal, not a big scene. There's this, I guess what's supposed to be a big reveal where it's like there's these...
you know what? Oh, by the way, talking about that, those things were like frickin' probe droids. Han and Chewie took a couple out, like in Empire. Like,
what
they
I like
took
is she's
one
hiding.
out.
These things can
she's
fly,
like,
and she's hiding
yeah,
behind
and she's
this
hiding,
pole,
and they can't
and
go
they're just shooting at the pole. It's like, why don't you just go around and shoot her?
Yeah, or I feel like she could have just turned around the pole and fired away. I don't know. That didn't make sense. It didn't make sense when freaking Beckett at the end, Woody Harrelson's like, all right, big guy, you're coming with me. And like Chewie gets in the elevator with him, and the guy's got, like, Beckett has one blaster, and I'm like, I really wanted that elevator to, like, the elevator closes, like, ding, and I wanted the elevator to open on floor 1. It opens, and there's just Beckett's body on the ground,
Yeah, holding his
both
head.
his arms, yeah. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
Chewie does nothing. I'm like, are you shitting me? You were in close quarters with this guy?
Little Woody Harrelson, giant Chewbacca, just holding his little gun, and giant Chewbacca carrying this cape. It just looks ridiculous. I remember, I'm glad you said, because I'm looking at this like, Chewie could totally grab the gun and kick his ass, and you just leaned over and was like, this is kind of embarrassing.
I was like, why is Chewie pussing up? Rip that guy's arms off already. He did it in the Kessel mines. Like, we finally saw him rip arms out. It's like, other references.
Well, okay,
here's the dice that Han Solo's gonna hang on his ship as a reminder that some bitch betrayed him. What?
Yeah, like, it's like, okay, so she's in league with Darth Maul again. Just not even
that was the
I don't get the point.
That
of
was
it
the
or
only
whatever.
red herring that almost made me fall for it, because I'm like, there's only two options. Second, those dice showed up. I'm just like, dead. I was like, traitor. I was like, dead or traitor. And I thought traitor, but with those dice, I'm like, oh, maybe she is dead, because that would be memorial to hang, like, the dice there. But I'm just like, no, everything's pointing to traitor, and then she was a traitor, which is what I thought, but then it made me wonder, why the hell does he have those dice still then? I'd be like,
we never find out
fuck her.
what the hell she does. They're building it up so much, and they never say. I mean, I guess that's part of it. It's like, well, the mystery, but she's not interesting enough to leave that a mystery.
They freaking Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is like the Sinister Six shit, where it's just like, we're building up to something, wait to see what happens next movie.
She
That
flies
pissed me off.
I guess, and it's like, and there's Darth Maul again. It's like, why? What? And I don't know. It's not something that's like, it's not an intriguing kind of thing. It's not like, I really want to know more, because nothing else emotionally made me want to connect with these people or continue with them. What was the other thing? It's like,
L3 dies. Now
Yeah,
she's part of the ship's computer. And like that relationship she had with Lando, it was, I don't know what to make of that still, but I'm like, damn, Disney, you let that happen.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Like, they pretty much have a conversation where they're all but saying just like, oh yeah. She's just like, oh yeah, you can fuck me. I'm programmed to do that. Like, that's practically what she's implying.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, wow, like, Disney movie, okay.
Okay, here's another kind of weird thing. Like, again, it's... I kind of bought it just because, again, I mean, whoever plays Chewbacca or however they handle Chewbacca in general, I mean, it's amazing how much character I do get out of him. But, like, so he goes into the mines, and there's, I guess, they don't even say his tribe, his family, I don't know, and we don't know either, but he finds other Wookiees there, and he's like, he's getting out with them, and he's got the group, and they're going, and then Chewie can either go with them or go over there, save Han and everything, and they go and they do this cool little headbutt. And again, it's like, man, just that one headbutt, like it felt like there was I felt emotion there more than anyone else. And he goes in to help him out. It's just like, so is that the tribe or the family or what? Because then he just kind of leaves and stuff.
They weren't translating the Wookiee, so and Han didn't say anything that I can remember that told me who they were.
Yeah, so...
But I mean, they're Wookiees, so I guess he felt the need to save them. I get that.
But I don't know if that was
then
his
he
tribe
did,
or
and then
not,
that plot line just dropped.
Yeah, so it seems like there's a couple things that kind of build up where it's like, okay, I'm down for this. Like I said, I felt like a lot of things were being set up in the opening that I'm like, it hooked me, and I'm like, okay, I want to see where this goes. And then a lot of them they either don't go anywhere, they don't go anywhere interesting.
No.
They go exactly where you think they're gonna
or like
go.
the gambling scene, there was like no setup. It's just like, I'm gonna gamble. Oh no! Like, why oh no? We don't know if he's a good gambler or not. He could be. How the fuck do we know? And then
seems to be good.
Yeah, and then it just like
I thought that scene was pretty cool, so I can't bad about the two. I know what you're talking about.
No,
it's like,
I don't think.
building up,
No,
this
I
is
thought
like
the scene itself
thing,
was good, but there was no setup for it. Like they needed a scene of him gambling earlier to tell us whether or not he's really good or not, or just something to imply. But it's like there's a joke there that we weren't let in on because everybody has this reaction like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, and I'm like.
Yeah, it can't
why
be
is this a big deal? We don't know if he's good at this or not.
It can't be that he's going up against Lando because he's at a card table with a lot of other players. So it's not like, what? It's like, well, no, he plays a lot of people, clearly. Yeah, I wanted more scenes like that. I want more traditional, badass kind of cowboy, smuggler, crime, mafia, more Jabba shit. I was really kind of shocked. It's like the one cameo I actually legit wanted was Jabba in this. I wanted to see how he met.
That's
I wanted
okay.
to see their connection.
They're gonna put him in the special edition. They're gonna have to find a way to
shit.
get young Han to step over his tail.
Yeah.
It's
like the one time I actually wanted you to put Jabba in the movie.
More Jabba, goddammit!
Yeah. When have I ever said that? It's like most of these movies need less Jabba. This is the one movie where I wanted him in there. That is so ironic, because even the movie where you first see Jabba, there's too much Jabba, and it's like, now there's none of him in the solo movie.
I liked the Raiders of Lost Ark.
The little
icon
head in the background.
Yeah, they've got like the Raiders' golden head from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark in the background amongst what's-his-face's like trinkets and stuff.
I like seeing Warwick Davis too.
Yeah, I was going to mention Warwick Davis. For people who don't watch Spoiler Corner, we're probably getting in. Did you understand? Why did you mention Warwick Davis? We're mentioning it now.
Warwick Davis is awesome. Like every time I see him in something, I'm like, that dude seems cool.
It's the leprechaun, man. I freaking love Warwick Davis. So yeah, it was nice to see Warwick Davis like not in a costume. Like, I'm like, oh my god, it's actually Warwick Davis.
Well, okay,
they're not
so
like disguising him like.
Okay, so that's another, I guess, twist. Is that so? There's these kind of
Marauders,
pirates.
a girl.
And it's like, and they have like the dun, and at first I'm like, oh, that like his daughter or something, or is that? It's like, no, it's just a girl, and it's like, why? But she had a deep voice with the mask on. But so what? What
I
did
don't
that
know.
matter?
That made no sense. And then
and now here's the news story. Now it's supposed to be saving the people.
Big twist.
These bad guys hurt them.
A girl. And I'm like, okay, like. My wife said the same thing. Like, this is like, it's because she's a girl. It's because she's literally a girl. Like, she looks like she's 16 or 17 or something. And I'm like, so is this like...
What did that add?
Is this like Mad Max? Is she leading a group of children? I'm like, no, there's a bunch of aliens. I'm like, what is the point
Maybe they're
of
alien
this?
children. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know.
Like, it's literally like, that's just what they wanted. The shock of like, it's a girl. Like some kid. And I'm like...
Yeah,
But I was like, what was the point of it? They didn't tell us anything about her except like... we're trying to fight. And here's the other thing. It's the exact same... I feel like I just saw the same movie twice. Because all of the lines are echoing Last Jedi. It's like, we're the spark that lights the flame of the fire for the first resistance in the house that ate the mouse that the cat built. Or whatever. Like, it's just... And it's all those same lines. It's like, the war is just beginning. I'm like, well, you said that in Last Jedi, so the war's been beginning now for 40 years.
And here's another thing. So you got the Empire, and they're fighting the rebellion. well, okay, now we're gonna go deeper down. Now there's this really bad group that like controls people and they kill people and they do terrible things and terrible crimes. And here's this other little people that are fighting them and they want to stop them because of the terrible thing. Yeah, that's the Empire and the Rebellion. Why are you creating a smaller, less interesting Empire and a smaller, less interesting Rebellion? Like, there's no point. Why don't you just make it the Empire and the Rebellion?
You know what? That's the thing. It's like, I just wanted crime syndicates. And I wanted, like, a Han Solo, like, kind of douchebaggy, like, you know...
Going talking deals,
doing crimes,
playing poker like that bit there. I mean, that was cool.
And instead they just gave us the exact same fucking storyline that they do in A New Hope, except he just says no for a while.
And
like that's it. Like, nah, not interested. And I'm like, that's fine, but like, this is the exact same crap that happened in New Hope. So we're now seeing this story twice. Essentially,
I don't feel like I know anything more about Han Solo.
Yeah, I don't know
when we get to A New Hope. I feel like I know more about him from not Last Jedi, Force Awakens.
Yeah.
You know, in that movie when he's older than I do when he was younger. And that's supposed to be like what's defining him is when he's younger. And if anything, it's like, why have it like... You should make something where it's like by the time you get to New Hope, it's like, wow, he actually came back to like save Luke and destroy the Death Star and stuff, where it's like, oh, he already kind of did that before, actually a couple times.
Why did he need a love interest anyway? Like, it doesn't inform his relationship with Leia
I'm waiting for it to I'm waiting for something major to like happen with that. But like, first of all, there's no chemistry with them, and second, nothing major
like
really
if this
happens.
tells us something about, because that's the problem with prequel. Like when you do a prequel and you're like, okay, we're going to fill in the rest of the backstory, it has to help inform you about things also that happen in, you know, like episodes 4, 5, or 6 or whatever. And like that relationship with her didn't inform us at all about anything about his relationship with Leia. Like, I don't see any damn connection.
Or just him at all.
Like, you know, it's like...
Or having a son in the future, or how he's gonna die, or... I mean, like, there's so many things you could have built
literally was
up.
It was just the same storyline, but like, be a good guy. No. And instead of coming back to blow up the Death Star, he just leaves at the end of this movie. That's it. Like, it... And again, like, it's all these nods, like, wink, wink, guess you're gonna come back and be a good guy. Like, it's...
Yeah. No, I think that's about it for, like, all the big spoilers. Those were some weird spoilers.
That was one great laugh I got, though, when they throw in the coaxium or whatever in the Falcon. And it's like, all right, punch it.
Oh, that was great. And they just start going back, and it looks like it's going to fall in, and then it finally blows up and takes off.
I would have paid $1,000 if they got sucked all the way in, and they come out the other side, and they're just like, oh. Like, we were scared of this thing, and pretty much just dumped us out the other side. Like, but I thought that's what they were going to do with it, but I'm like, no, that probably would have been like a Lego Guys joke and mildly clever, and we're not going to do that, so... I like them dropping that shit in there.
Yeah,
I did like it was.
So he's kind of cheating. Yeah. Like I say, he does make it 12 parsecs. If you round down, that's another good line.
Yeah, that was a great. I did like that. That was a legit good line. Just
but
made it in 12 parsecs. Well, if you round down, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to see him like, you know, there's the Empire ship. It's like, you know, okay, we gotta get up. Maybe knock off a TIE fighter or two, and then they're like getting close. Like, we gotta get out of here. We're gonna die. And then they do that trick. But it's like, no, we have to have a squid monster that goes out really fast, and we're literally just gonna be standing there for like
that was another
something
thing that,
like 5 or 8 minutes, and this monster's getting sucked in. They're just
the second I saw those eyes open, I thought this is gonna be amazing, and it was for like 20 seconds, and then it just became like, here's a bunch of tentacles. I'm like, oh god, it didn't really just do much for me. I'm like, all right, there's a bunch of tentacles, I guess. But when it was much more scarier when it was just those eyes. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I'm just like, oh, it's a squid. Okay.
Yeah,
like, just. But that was one of the few flashes of colors, at least. We got some orange in there. Like, everything in this movie was just shot like in shades
orange
of
is just
blue
an offset of brown,
gray,
which is like what the rest of the movie was.
You know, it's just an ugly movie. And something Star Wars should have is fucking color. Like, that's the one thing the
you know
series
what?
is known for, no matter what.
Again, in some of those scenes, I do want it to be dirty and mucky and brown.
Yeah,
and
but the
ugly.
whole movie's
the whole
like
movie,
that.
I don't. No,
I'm okay if
when
you
they
have a
go-
dirty, mucky,
No, when they
brown
go
scene.
to that building where the head or whatever, the Vision Mafia guy is, that should be colorful. That should be bright. That should be amazing. That should be cool.
This is very
and it's just the
earth-tony
casino
brown.
again. Yeah, from.
But that's
Last
what bothered
Jedi.
me about the whole, what you call the World War I sequence, is just, again, it was another excuse to, like, how do we suck the color out of this? How do we make this look uninteresting? How do we not show you an exotic location?
I think
Fog,
it works
like
there.
one of my
No, it
least
works there.
favorite things ever in a movie to mask effects or to just dumb it down to a level where you don't have to do a bunch of it. Is fog and rain. And this had, like,
I didn't like the
fog
rain, yeah,
and
yeah.
dirt and I'm just like, I hate, like, it's a galaxy far, far away. What are we gonna do? Throw it in the fog. Like, just come on,
No, like
guys.
that scene's okay if the rest of it looked grand and
we
cool
got the
and
Kessel
amazing.
Run. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, that's-
throw it in some clouds.
Yeah,
hey, we got
dark
this.
gray
We got
clouds.
to do this train heist. What are we gonna do? Throw it in some mountains and clouds.
Mm.
Hey, we like their answer to everything was like clouds.
Yeah,
it's just like
fog it
mist,
up.
fog it up, and it's cheap. It came off as so cheap, and if people why they spent so much money on it? Well, it didn't look like it. Okay.
I believe they spent a lot of money. Again,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm sure they
I'll
did,
give-
because they're-
no,
but-
I'll give credit
But
to a
it
lot of the effects
feels
and stuff like that.
cheap, and it shouldn't. And a lot of that is just because they just decided to just shoot this thing entirely in the fog or in clouds or with snow and all sorts of things, just covering it up.
I don't know if I
so
got
you don't
cheap out of
see
it.
the exotic locales.
I didn't get that. I did get
I
that
got
the
cheap.
designs were not good.
I got
I'll
cheap.
say that the designs seem cheap and recycled, and it's like not the good stuff that's recycled.
You know, I think to Rogue One had rain, Rogue One had mud in certain scenes, but it was like, I still felt like we were going to exotic locations. At the very end, that Imperial base on the tropical island with the giant space battle above and the shields is just like, I felt like I saw something. The end of this movie, I was like, I don't know what I saw, but whatever it was in the Kessel Run. And some of it was cool, and there was like a giant octopus and some clouds. Like,
No,
there's like nothing in the finale to this either. Like, they just fight, and it, like, Vision has like these little lightsaber knife-like things, and
that's pretty lame.
it's just like, and I'm just like, it's okay, but I'm like, this is the lead-up fight into something bigger, and there is nothing. It's just like this showdown, and
it's
I'm
kind
just
of a
like,
lame climax. The more
yeah,
I
and
think
I'm like,
about it.
okay, yeah, maybe if you're making, some, frickin' Western or something, but it didn't even feel like that worthy. Like, oh, this is the big finale, like the shootout. It's just like, kid, yeah, there was no suspenseful build
know
up
what-
to
if
it. And
Woody
you know
Harrelson-
who's gonna win because Han's still alive.
No,
Like,
if Woody Harrelson was like, almost like his father, like he practically
Yeah.
raised him or something like that, that scene would have been like a whoa.
There's no connection
scene.
between
yeah, no,
them, really.
There's none. Because he even says, "Don't make a connection," and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, and they don't.
I don't know.
So that's the very strange spoilers of this movie.
Yeah, Darth Maul, or now he's just Maul because he's
I
no longer a
guess.
Darth. Well, he's only half a Sith now,
Ah,
so you lose the Darth.
No, he's half because he
Slice
lost
that
half
Darth,
of him. Yeah.
Slice my Darth right off. I don't know. There's gonna be some phony baloney bullshit excuse. If there hasn't already, who knows? Maybe this is in some spin-off somewhere we haven't read or seen or watched on Cartoon Network or in a book or
So something like
can't
that.
keep up anymore.
But yeah, so there it is. Yeah, there it is. Weird. Darth Maul lives, man. That'll be the next movie, I'm sure. Darth Maul lives. So
With Kira. Weird. Plus, her name's like Kira, and if you watch like Death Note, it's just like aha.
was that her name? That's a bad one. I didn't remember her name.
No, that's yeah. I thought it was Kira. I don't know. I don't remember.
Never mind that spoiler.
I don't remember who the John Favreau monkey guy was. Is it Dio Rio?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's dead.
I did not like that guy at all.
Rob, he was gonna open a cantina, someplace warm, but not too warm.
Okay, can we
looking
talk? You know what?
forward to seeing you getting that cantina.
You know what? I do want to talk about that
Okay.
in spoiler corner here
Go ahead.
because this is a huge problem with the script. It literally feels like a really shitty 1980s like police thriller drama where everyone's like, yep, I'm just 1 week to retirement.
Yep.
Everything's working out now. Like, they literally do that like
This
4
will
or
be the
5
last
times.
heist.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 times in this movie, I swear they do
Some of those
that.
are
And
okay because it's Star Wars, but it's like, yeah, everybody has that. You know, it's okay if you can still make the emotional connection. You have to add something new, and just giving the guy more arms doesn't do that. You really need to make them charming.
No, I don't
fun
care.
and interesting.
I'm trying to think of the Star Wars movie if they've ever done that before. Like, 5 weeks to retirement.
Oh
and
no,
then
that one. No, I'm just saying
Yeah,
cliches in
that's,
general,
I don't-
like old school cliches.
Yeah,
You
there's
know.
old school cliches,
But you gotta
that's
add charm and charisma and
such a
comedy.
specific cliches. Oh, and the other one where
interest.
he's just like, I get a good feeling about this. I was like, because you know me, this bad feeling. You get it? They switched it up. God.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna, you know what? We gotta stop because like I was just like,
you get more and more angry.
I'm like,
talking
yeah,
about
I was
it.
like really indifferent to this movie. Or something. Like it's a C plus.
I'm still indifferent.
Yeah, it was like this is a C plus movie. Now it's like the more I talk about it, the more I'm like C minus, D plus. D. It's just like
Fail them all.
I have to stop thinking about it and just be like, never think about it again. And that way, I'll just be like, yeah, it was all right.
So, but that's it. We'll just cut out before his thoughts get even meaner. So, bye.
We're done.
We're done. We'll do it live. Do it live.
We just did.
You're right.